Well, it is November 14, 2020. I'm on my way to Pushmataha County to Mark's place. Mark has the Livewire YouTube channel for those that aren't familiar. Meeting up with Carrie Arnold from Bigfoot Odyssey, doing some interviews. I was over there yesterday evening. Mark lives about 55-60 miles from my place, so I came home later last night. Carrie recorded a fireside live chat and conducted another interview or two with other folks earlier in the day, so I'm excited to see that when it comes out. And yeah, Carrie, he come all the way from Mississippi up here, stopped in Dallas and picked up a friend, so he drove a good long ways. He puts a lot of time and effort into his Bigfoot Odyssey channel, so it was really neat to meet him and his friend, and also a young lady from over that direction that came in for an interview too, has a YouTube channel called Lady in the Woods, so shout out to her. And shout out to my friend Cornell up at Massachusetts, who has the No Such Thing podcast. If you haven't checked that out, Cornell's got some very interesting interviews on his channel, having to do with everything from cryptids like Bigfoot to UFOs to paranormal activity. Very much worth checking out. And anyway, looking forward to getting back down there and meeting up with Carrie and his crew and see what else is going to be filmed today. I'm on Highway 75 approaching Colgate right now, and I'm going to show you a creek you've heard probably other people mention on different channels concerning Bigfoot, called Muddy Boggy Creek, and that is this bridge we're going to cross right up here. I can't slow down too much because there's a car behind me, but this is Muddy Boggy Creek. Now, that Muddy Boggy Creek is not to be confused with Boggy Creek from down around Falk, Arkansas. It was made famous by the Legend of Boggy Creek movie. However, along this Muddy Boggy here, which goes a long ways, there are several Bigfoot sighting reports come from along that creek as well, and I've been on it a few times myself. I haven't personally found anything along that creek, but it's sure prime habitat if something like a Bigfoot wanted to hang out down there. A lot of water, a lot of wildlife, deer and such. Anyway, just having a short check-in there on the way down there. Like I say, looking forward to meeting up with Carrie and his crew and Mark. And yeah, I got some sad news from my buddy Mark. He is leaving Oklahoma and moving back to Arkansas. So I was sad to hear that. He's become a good friend of mine. So we'll definitely miss having Mark around for sure. So we'll keep in touch. Maybe he'll come back to Oklahoma sometime when I'm going on one of my Kaimishi expeditions and take part in that. He is always invited and welcome for sure. So anyway, one more thing. Last weekend, little town of Colgate hosted a Bigfoot festival. It's the first one they ever did. There wasn't a lot of people there, but it was worth going to, and I think it has a lot of potential to turn into something bigger. There was some interesting people there. A fellow named Lyle Blackburn, he spoke, and I got to visit with him a little bit. He's written several, good books on Bigfoot and such, and he's also a musician, but he's been on a lot of the documentaries on television, so got to meet him. ran into a fella that I hadn't seen in 20 years, Jerry Heston. I hope I'm saying that last name right. But he helped organize the first Texas Bigfoot conference back in Jefferson, Texas, back in 2001. I met him back then. He recognized me before I recognized him. But anyway, I told him, I said, yeah, the last time we met, I don't think either of us had any gray hair. So anyway, it's nice getting to visit again with Jerry and meet Lyle and talk to them, and people that put it on actually know them. So I mean, it was interesting to go to, and I'm interested to see how that turns out next year. I hope they'll have it next year. So anyway, I'm going to sign off right now, and hopefully I can get an interview or two from Carrie or someone else while I'm down there. If not, I'll take part in the, whatever Carrie would like some help with, or Mark as well. So looking forward to seeing them today. So anyway, till later. So I just left Mark's place from the Livewire channel, left his property after meeting there with Carrie and Brad from Bigfoot Odyssey. They came, Carrie came all the way up from Mississippi, and Brad from Texas to Mark's place to do a documentary about the encounters and things that's been going on in his place for the past year or so. So I just wanted to say a big thank you to having me out there. That was neat. It's really neat to meet Carrie and Brad. Those guys are, I mean, hats off to Bigfoot Odyssey. Those guys do a very professional job. They're very courteous, and I'd do work with them anytime. It was great meeting those guys, and I think they'll do justice to Mark's encounters out there. So anyway, Carrie said they got a lot of footage, and I'm looking forward to seeing it when they get it released. I didn't film anything. This was their thing. So I think I might have filmed a little bit of the drone being landed out there, and I might include that on this. But I'm just going to say, keep your eyes open for when they release this documentary on the Bigfoot Odyssey. I'm not sure what they're going to call it, but I'm looking forward to seeing it. So anyway,
it's touching grass or anything like that, you see how good this camera is. It's clear as 4K. Clear.
Man. When you record your
cell phone? Start it, you hold them both down toward each other. Just like that. And then this is up. I got it on B mode right now. See the wind taking it. It's got sensors on all 6 sides. So if I get within 8 feet of anything while it's going, it won't run into it. Keep it from crashing it. Now, I'll put it in sport mode. Watch this.
Sport mode?
Yeah, watch. That son of a gun is fast.
That's so high.
I wonder how much you can carry with it.
Carry a gun or something? Alright, I want to get a good drone footage. Get up high. How high will it go? Well, it'll go. The battery runs out.
What's the highest you got?
1,600 feet. They want you to use. Because it's got an FAA number on it. They know that I'm flying this thing right now.
Yeah, we got Carrie getting some drone footage of Mark's place out here. That's some seriously neat toys right there. Travis, you let it get away.
They all do that. I couldn't do it.
And touchdown.